Hey guys, my name is Peter Ferguson. I'm a real estate agent with Compass in the Washington, D.C. area. Before I get started, I do a lot of video in my car. I know this is maybe a bad habit, but bear with me. It's just where I do a lot of good thinking, right? The other option would be on the treadmill, and you don't want to hear me huffing and puffing. So a lot of times I do video while I'm driving because it just, again, my thought process is better. I'm usually on my way home from a showing or on my way, so I'm thinking of things that can help my buyers or sellers. So anyway, that's why you're seeing me drive. Anyway, we're starting 2022. It's January 6th, and I wanted to just go over some predictions that I have for 2022. Now, my predictions are based on what experts have said, so I'm not making any of these up. There's some that a lot that I've heard, a lot that I've heard, and these are just some of the ones I agree with and think they're probably accurate of what's going to happen in 2022. First one, there's not going to be a crash. I know everybody, when you're losing properties over and over again, people are always like, well, the market's going to crash. They can't possibly keep going the way it's going. I can tell you that in 2022, the real estate market is not going to crash. That is false. What is going to happen was, over the last year, 2021 was really crazy. There was actually, on the national level, if you can believe it, home prices rose on an average about 14%, which is unheard of and really, really incredible. That's not going to happen in 2022. What a lot of experts predict is that they will continue to rise. Experts and agents predict that prices will continue to rise, but maybe not at 14%. They're predicted to be more like 2 to 5%. Now, when you're going into a listing, a competitive situation, I wouldn't just go 5% over or 2% over saying that's where things are going to rise to. But just to give an idea, it's not going to be as crazy as it was last year. I don't think it will. Other people don't think it will be as well. Now, with that said, that'll get me into the second part, is that we've been struggling with inventory for years. That's probably one of the most common things you've heard, is that there's just not enough inventory out there. There's more buyers than there are sellers. So it's a seller's market, and their prices are rising as people are dying to get into properties, are trying really hard to take advantage of the low interest rates. Prices have been just skyrocketing, and that's because there's not enough properties, and so multiple offers are happening, and you got to be really competitive to win a good property today. What we're going to see is I think we're going to see more sellers enter the game. So instead of properties where, it was not uncommon last spring to find the perfect house and then all of a sudden there'd be 20, 25 offers on it. That was not uncommon at all. And how do you differentiate yourself from those? And the only way you can really do it is just having no contingencies and a ton of cash. So what I anticipate this year is probably going to be a lot of homes that have 5 offers, right? So it's still going to be competitive. You're still going to have to bring your best A game to win a deal, but hopefully we don't see so many properties that have 20 offers on it. Now, very, very likely there will be some that have that, but the majority of them, I think we're going to be like in the single digit for offers, which is good. It just gives you a better shot, which is a good thing. Now, the next thing I would say is that it is not expected, as it's already started. The interest rates are going to rise, right? So we all know people who bought homes and got some ridiculous interest rates. Sometimes, I mean, as low down to the 2s as you can go, 2.5, 2.7. We all know people that got those interest rates. I think if you're expecting to get that now, it's behind us. I don't think that's going to be the case. I anticipate right now they're hovering around 3%, and I don't see them going lower. We are anticipating by the end of the year for interest rates to be 3.5 to 3.7, and that's still historically really, really low. So you can feel great about getting an interest rate at that type of interest rate. But one thing to think about is that it could change the affordability for some people. You know, a 3.7 or 3.5 interest rate on a $500,000 home could be a difference of $150 a month, right? And some people that's nothing. Some people that's a big change. So be aware of that, and you know, if that's something that's very sensitive to you, I would get out and start looking at properties now, right? Try to find that right property so you can take advantage of the lower interest rate rather than at the end of the year of getting a 3.5 or a 3.7. My last prediction today is that if you're a renter, rental prices are going to continue to go up. Last year, on a national level, they went up 17%, which is unbelievable. There is not many people predicting they're going to stabilize or slow down. They're just going to keep going up. So if you are renting, obviously, I'm sure you feel like it, that you're giving somebody else, you're paying somebody else a mortgage every month. You're making somebody else richer. It's time to take advantage of the low interest rates. You don't have to put 20% down. There's all these different deals that you can get with the mortgage companies, whether it's putting 3% down, 5% down, 10% down, 15% down. You know, if you can put 20, that's great, but you don't have to. And getting your foot in the door into a house that is going to rise in value, whether it's 2% or 15%, is way better than paying somebody else's mortgage, right? The worst case scenario, you break even in 5 years and you sell your home, but you never paid, you get all that money back. You never paid any rent. You didn't lose any money. So that's my, those are my 4 predictions for the year. There's many more. I'll probably talk about more of them, but just wanted to get the channel started off right with those 4 predictions. I hope you found those helpful. If anytime you have any questions about real estate in the Washington, D.C. area, Montgomery County, Frederick County, Baltimore, Arlington, Virginia, Alexandria, Virginia, whatever, in the DMV, I'd love to help you out. Just ask your questions. Be happy to help you. Thanks.